Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing pretty well. Today's actually Saturday, January 25th. I'm going to be doing a wash on the Equinox. I'm going to give it a deep clean. I'm going to revisit a soap here. I'm going to revisit Feynlab Pure Wash here. I was looking back at my videos here. I only have a video of it with a foam gun, not a foam cannon. So I kind of want to see how it performs with a foam cannon because I haven't really used it in the foam cannon. I haven't used it in quite some time. I only use this for like prep washes if somebody brings their vehicle for a ceramic coating because it can strip weak forms of protection. So I'm going to be using it with the MJJC foam cannon here, which I have on hand. First time use. I bought it during Black Friday. We're going to see how this goes, and we'll talk about dilutions here in a minute, how much water I have in here. So we're going to be using it with the MJJC foam cannon. So I'm going to give it the Equinox a deep clean with the pressure washer because there is some built up ash in the crevices of like where the windows meet the door here. So I want to just kind of blast that out since we've had the fires here lately and all the ash came down this way. And so I've been trying to keep the car as clean as possible. But again, fighting ash is a losing battle. Yeah, I haven't washed it in 2 weeks. So we're going to see how this cleans. So let's talk about Feynlab Pure Wash. As I mentioned, this is why they call it a pure wash. There's no fillers, junk chemicals, builders, or caustic residue left behind. So it leaves zero residue. It rinses clean. Okay, safe on all exterior surfaces: paint, plastic, rubber, carbon fiber, carbon ceramic brakes, anodized aluminum, etc. And yeah, so that's pretty much the main portion of it. Now, as far as dilution ratios for this, if you're using a foam cannon, it says max dilution. Mix 1 ounce, 30 milliliters of Feynlab Pure Wash into a 32 ounce, 1 liter container. Now, it doesn't say how much water to have in there. If it's saying max dilution, are we supposed to have the full thing mixed up to the top mark? I have warm water here. That's why it looks a little steamy like that. I generally don't mix I generally don't fill my foam cannon to the top. I'm usually doing it somewhere roughly about 600 to 700 milliliters, depending on the size of the car. For the Camaro here, 600 milliliters is more than enough. For the Equinox, I tend to put about 700 milliliters because it's a larger vehicle, and the Impala, it's either between 600 or 700, depends on the day or the time I'm washing the car. So I kind of stay in between that range, and then I kind of just put soap in there. And then that is my dilution for the foam cannon. If you want to do PIR, do PIR. It's all up to you. Again, that's personal preference if you want to do PIR. Now, in a bucket, it says mix 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of Feynlab Pure Wash to every 2 or 3 gallons, 7.5 or 11 liters of water. I have about 3.5 gallons of water in there, so I'll probably have like 4 gallons. I'll mix it up in there properly. So I'm going to be leaning about basically 60 milliliters in the bucket. So because it's 30 mils for every 2 or 3 gallons. So I'm going to probably just put about 60 milliliters in there. So let's go ahead and mix up the foam cannon. I'm going to wash the wheels and tires first. I will mention that. So this is going to sit kind of on the side until I come back and foam the vehicle. The cool thing about this bottle here, now this is the 1,000 milliliter, the 1 liter or 33.8 ounce bottle, and the dilutions in the back too. It says 1 to 400. Now this is the older label. I don't know what the new label says on there, but the older label only has the dilution in the bucket. So the cool thing about this one is it does have a measuring cap here with this bottle, so I can actually just squeeze it. So the front of this, which is the label facing you, it is marked in, well, I can't even see it, ounces. So it goes from 0.32 to 1 ounce right up down here, and on the back it goes from 5 milliliters to 30 milliliters. So I'm going to add 30 milliliters in here. So all you got to do is you squeeze the bottle, and you see it come up the straw right here. So squeeze it, and it's going to fill up the container. Just keep squeezing until there I am at the 30 milliliter mark. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan this over right here, and we're going to just pour it right here into the container. So just kind of pour it in there. Make sure I get everything in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill up the bucket after this, but I just want to give you an idea of how it is to foam that. Okay, so let me just go ahead and pop the lid or the cap on the MJJC foam cannon. And then what you're going to do is you can just give it a good shake, just so you can mix it all up. So I'll go ahead and shake it before I use it. So just give it a good shake. And then you got your mix in there for the foam. So we're going to go ahead and use that, and we're going to see how this goes with it. Normally I like to use like a stir stick and just stir it in there. That way I don't have to shake it, because I can kind of still see it's not mixed 100% properly in there. So I'm going to go ahead and wash the wheels and tires first. I'm going to come back to you on camera, and then we're going to go over how this foams. We're going to do a foam, rinse, foam, contact wash. And then we'll talk about the contact wash. We're going to rinse it off. And we're going to see if it degrades the C6 Hydrolyte, or we're going to see if it masks it anyway. I will tell you again, this is a good soap. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and finish washing the wheels and tires first, and then we'll come back to the Pure Wash here. So be right back. All right, welcome back everyone. So here's the foam gun setup, foam cannon setup here. Again, I was playing around with the fan settings. I think I got it adjusted right. This is the first time using the MJJC, so I was adjusting that. I was trying to foam it in the back here, so I kind of figured that out. So let's go ahead and see how this foams. Again, 30 milliliters into about 700 milliliters of water in here. So now I'm down to like still 700 milliliters total. And let's go ahead and check this out. Let me move the camera down a little bit. So you can see with 30 milliliters in that dilution is going to give you some pretty good foam quality. So let me kind of pan out here. Again, this MJJC will foam pretty much anything. Oops. Get this. Again, it's hard to do with one hand preoccupied here. So I'm going to take advantage of this and its cleaning power. Again, hard to kind of film in this tight spot and with one hand. And here we go. Okay, so you can see it foam pretty well and get the even covers on the top. Again, real nice foam quality here. You can actually see it. It's a good quality foam. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes and I'll come back to you. But again, the quality of foam from the foam cannon, I used about, I'm down to like a little bit less than 500 milliliters. I use 200 milliliters to foam the car right now. And then we're going to go ahead and just kind of let this sit for a couple minutes. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and I'll come back to you. I'll show you. We'll rinse it off, and we'll inspect the paint to kind of see how well it cleaned. There were some like bird droppings on the other side, so we'll definitely check that out. But you can see it's doing a pretty good job. Kind of bring you in over here since we're kind of see it's kind of running down here. It's not super thick, but it's again thick enough because you can see it running down here. And it'll pull all that to the ground. But again, real nice quality foam produced out of the MJJC foam cannon. So I'm going to just let that sit for about another, well, we'll see, before it dries on the paint. And then I'll come back to you and I'll show you what that looks like. So be right back. All right, so it's been sitting here for a couple minutes. I did kind of rinse off the back there, but I'm going to go show you how to rinse here on the side. And we'll see how this kind of rinses clean here. So kind of let me just pan over here. And I was playing around with glass coatings the other day, kind of just applying them. You can see it does have a dual surfactant on here as far as the soap. And I put the, I think the Adams ones on this side and the the jade ones on here, and I have Steve's 5-year coating on the glass here from Final Details. You can see that's pretty hydrophobic. But yeah, let me go ahead and keep rinsing this off. You can see my coating almost looks like it's dead up there. It's just contaminated with all that ash. These mirrors, there's some contamination going on here. I don't know what happened to that. So C6 Hydro Light's not doing very hot in there. Okay, so let me just show you what this looks like so I don't bore you guys to death. But you can see it's pretty clean. There's still some soap residue right here. But you can see it actually cleaned up really well for a dwelling, so that's good. I'm just gonna go ahead and refoam this and do the contact wash. So let me just rinse this off, refoam it. I'll come back to you during the contact wash again. I don't want to bore you guys too much watching me rinse this off, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Again, dual surfactant in here. The glass coatings are doing good. Actually, here I'll just kind of show this real quick too. Is this one has the CarPro D-Quartz, I don't even know what the heck. Anyways, their new glass coating. So you can see that it's hydrophobic, but it's kind of a sheeter. So you can see it's hydrophobic again, but it's kind of like a sheeting style product. And then we'll rinse this off. Now on this piece of glass, I have hydro glass from C6 ceramic. And you can see how hydrophobic that is on there. And then here I have Armor Detail Supply, their new version of the glass coating. Again, also hydrophobic there. So I was just testing out some applications. I wanted to see how hydrophobic the CarPro glass coating is, and it's not super hydrophobic. That's why I really didn't do a video on it, because I really didn't like it. It just tends to sheet more, kind of like the Easy Glass, which I don't really like Easy Glass from Ethos because of that method on there. If you flood it with water, it tends to sheet. If it's like a regular rainstorm, it will bead pretty decently, not the best. So you can see the closer I am, it kind of floods, and the further I move back, it's hydrophobic. So that's what I was kind of meaning when Easy Glass is the same as that D-Quartz one, where they kind of do that type of thing. So let me just go ahead and refoam this, and then I'll come back and talk to you about the contact wash here in a minute. So be right back. Okay, so let's talk about contact wash here. So you can see some real good suds in there in the bucket here. So I pan out, you can see again real good foam. It's not like that thick style foam. So I'll go ahead and kind of just do a contact wash on here. Again, lubrication is real good on here as I kind of just take my mitt along the surface. And like I said, it's one of the best cleaning soaps on the market, and I tend to use it as a as a prep wash soap here. Since I have this side clean, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the roof. I said I tend to use it as a prep wash prior to ceramic coatings to deep clean the surface. There's some, I don't know what that is, a bird dropping? Yep, or something. I don't know what that was. So I tend to use it for that aspect, which again, I think it works great for that. So let me just go ahead and dump this back in there. Let's go ahead and finish the roof up here. I had to bring the step stool, so yeah, man. So like I said, this thing glides on the surface. Like my mitts just glides, like I can just drag it where I can't reach and just go like so. And back here I can reach just fine. But yeah, I mean, no complaints on it from a bucket wash standpoint. I think it's one of the, like I said, one of the best cleaning car soaps on the market. Let me pop this up with my hand here, and then let that clean it. And I got soap all over myself. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this off. And I'm trying to wash this real fast so I can get to the Impala. Okay, flip this over. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the mirror with the coating there. Like here, like it got super contaminated, and I'm gonna try some water spot remover after this, but yeah, it got super contaminated. And it's on both sides, so I don't know if just the coating didn't do that well on there. It's kind of weird, but yeah, this thing works really good. Again, it's a real good soap. I'll go around over here and knock this out too. Just make this a little wash and talk session, I guess. Clean this door. And then the other thing is, I really haven't done much either, because I was actually got called to go into jury duty, and that's been kind of painful. Driving back to and from LA for a couple days already, and I have to go back because they're picking their jury. They're picking their jury right now, and you know, I'm like 20 miles south of Los Angeles, and I don't like going to downtown LA if I don't have to. I think I clean this glass. Okay, let me just get those lower panels and then I'll rinse it off since I have it on camera. Yeah, I'd only drive down to LA. It takes, for 20 miles, it takes 45 minutes to get there. It's like, that's insane. That's why I don't like going down there if I don't have to. Okay, I'm just gonna flip this over, and then we're gonna get this last piece, and then we'll rinse it off here, and then I'll show you what the hydrophobics look like. Okay, so the car wasn't super dirty down there. Okay. And let's rinse it off, and I'll just show you the hood here, just to show you if the hydrophobics were degraded or not. See, once you break through that residue, then you can actually see the true performance of the coating. And this is what I'm talking about. So it looks like it's masking the coating. It's just a lot of residue from the soap being left behind. If I keep rinsing, it'll come back. So that's one attribute that I noticed with Feynlab Pure Wash, is it just takes a while for it to kind of just be rinsed off. So kind of keep that in mind. I think the coating did take a hit in terms of the contamination. I can actually see it. I'm going to wipe this down with some water spot remover, but I can see it. It's definitely on there. So let me just go ahead and finish rinsing this off. We'll come back and do final thoughts on Feynlab Pure Wash. Hey everyone, welcome back to Final Thoughts on Feynlab Pure Wash here. So I want to give this another revisit here in terms of using it with a foam cannon capability. Perfect opportunity to wash the Equinox. As I wanted to deep clean it because I haven't washed it in a couple weeks. I'm out of the fire zone. The fires have kind of died down, but during those first 2 weeks, I was trying to keep it as clean as possible, removing all the ash from the surface. And finding ash is a losing battle. Let me put it this way, I got my ash kicked doing that. But yes, I want to give it a deep clean with Feynlab Pure Wash. So that was a perfect opportunity today. And so let's go over some of the things that Feynlab Pure Wash. Number one, it's a very good cleaner. It's a very strong cleaner. Feynlab even states that it will remove weaker products, waxes, or sealants. So keep that in mind. I would recommend this more for a coating, a ceramic coating, graphene coating, whatever type of coating you have, rather than a wax or a sealant type of protection. So again, very good cleaner, very good foam coming out of the foam cannon. Again, I had used 700 milliliters of water, 30 milliliters of water, produced some real quality foam on there. It was like right in the middle, not too runny, not too thick. It was just right. And as a pre-wash, even though it's not a pre-wash, it did a good job to remove that heavy dirt and grime. So again, very good soap there as well. From a contact wash, great job, very good lubrication. And as far as rinsing it, rinses clean. It's not gonna leave anything on the surface. So again, very good soap. It does a great job. I've enjoyed using it. This is my second bottle. Again, it's just as good as any other soap here. Again, more of the stronger type of soap here to kind of, if you want to reset your coating or give it a deep clean, this is a perfect soap to use for that. So again, I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. Feynlab did a great job getting this soap to work that well. So again, great soap. Definitely check it out. Definitely recommend it for a coated vehicle. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you use this, post your thoughts down below. I'm really interested to hear if you've enjoyed it and kind of share your thoughts with it. So that's all I have for you guys. Again, that's Feynlab Pure Wash. Let me know what you guys think. I will catch you on the next one. Take care, everyone. I'm out.